Hey, everybody. Hope you're having a great start to your day. If you are watching this live and direct, please do hop into the comments below, say hi and where you are tuning in from, or hashtag live, hashtag replay. If you are watching this on the replay, tag some people, share this video, like, love, support, react, and respond to this any which way you want. Please also don't forget to head over to my LinkedIn profile. Hit my follow button and turn my LinkedIn notification bell on so you do not miss any of this content. And again, one last reminder, starting in less than 2 weeks, about a week and a half, February 26th to the 28th, Nancy and I are doing a free simple content creation workshop teaching people what they need to do to create content the best way possible on social media. It's completely free. It's from 1 to 2 p.m. EST, live and recorded. All you have to do is drop the word free in the comments, and I will send you that registration link. And again, today's training is 3 simple ways to grow your following on LinkedIn. So these are things that anyone can do at any given time. So I really want to give you this information so you have clear direction of exactly what you need to do to get these type of results. So buckle up and let's dive on in. So again, if I am coming through loud and clear, you can see me and hear me, please do drop in the comments below Y or yes. Good morning, someone on Facebook. I can't see exactly who it is, but good morning to you as well. Again, if you can hear me and see me clearly, just drop a Y or a yes in the chat, just so I know there are no audio issues, there are no visual issues, and I don't have to restart. This happened actually the other day, but it looks like everything has been resolved. Now, so the first thing that I want to kind of go through is the difference between connections and followers. So everybody has obviously their connections, but with the advent of, oh, hey, Gene, with the advent of creator mode, LinkedIn now allows you to have not just connections, but LinkedIn also allows you to have followers, where people can choose just to follow your profile, follow your content without taking up the space of one of the 30,000 connections that you can have. So you're only allowed to have 30,000 actual connections, but you can have unlimited followers. So just to give you an example, I have about 27,000 connections, but I have 30,100 followers. So I have 2 different sets of types of people. I have people that are my actual connections, and then I have a bunch of people that are my followers. Now, if you were to turn LinkedIn creator mode on, that would allow you to then have not just connections, but people would then be able to follow you. So the first step is obviously turning on LinkedIn creator mode. The other thing is this: once you've turned LinkedIn creator mode on and you're obviously using your LinkedIn profile to gain followers, all that stuff. Again, you want to learn, how can I actually grow my LinkedIn following, which I think is a big key. And I want to go over with you guys today the things that need to be done in order to grow them. Now, what I'll tell you is this: these are simple things, but again, these are things that can be done over time that will get the best results possible. Okay? So there are 3 things in specific that you can do in order to grow your following on LinkedIn. Now, number 1, start a LinkedIn newsletter. One of the first things that you can do is start a LinkedIn newsletter. Now, what I'll tell you is that it is a commitment. It is a commitment to starting a LinkedIn newsletter. But what I will tell you is that there's nothing better than this newsletter. Now, here's the reason why. Here's the reason why. So first and foremost, when you create a LinkedIn newsletter, LinkedIn does a few things. With the inception, the day that you create your LinkedIn newsletter, LinkedIn invites every single connection that you have to subscribe to it. So right now, I'm on the cusp of 8,000 subscribers for my LinkedIn newsletter. It's called LinkedIn Tips and Updates. The day that I created my newsletter and produced my first edition, I had about 1,000 to 1,500 followers in the first 48 hours. And then it's been growing ever since. And I've been growing it for the last 2 years. And it grows in a couple different ways. So first and foremost, when you start your newsletter, LinkedIn invites every existing connection to subscribe. And as you continue to grow your network, so you should be connecting with people each day. You guys have heard me talk about this before. Every time someone accepts your connection request, so if you're sending your connections out, people are accepting. As soon as they accept a connection request from you, LinkedIn in turn sends them a request to subscribe to your newsletter automatically. It's an automation that LinkedIn has set up for all of the content creators on the platform. So it will organically grow by just creating it. The second thing that LinkedIn does is every time that you create a LinkedIn newsletter edition and publish it, like mine comes out every single Friday morning, LinkedIn sends a push notification to the notification section of every single person that is a subscriber to go check it out. And in addition to that, LinkedIn also emails every single one of your subscribers personally to read your newsletter and join the conversation on the platform. Now, it brings up the question, how can my LinkedIn newsletter grow my following? Here's the interesting thing. So there's two ways this happens. Number one, when any of your subscribers engage in your newsletter, so you produce a newsletter and the people that have subscribed to it, they like, they love, they support, they comment, that activity is shown in the feed of those people to their networks. So just to use Gene, who's on here as an example. So say I release a newsletter edition. Gene is a follower, subscriber of my newsletter. She reads it. She loves it. She engages. She comments. Now what LinkedIn is going to do, it's going to show all of Gene's connections that she engaged in this newsletter edition. So it's giving me, the producer of the content of that newsletter, visibility through Gene's network. So if someone happens to stumble upon their newsfeed and they see that Gene has engaged in this specific content that interests that person, guess what? They're going to click on it. They're going to engage with it and potentially subscribe to that newsletter. So that's one way. The second way is you can add your LinkedIn newsletter. So just to kind of show you this really quickly, you can actually add your LinkedIn newsletter to your featured content section. So let me just show you really quickly. If I was to scroll down here, you're going to see right here. So when I go on to LinkedIn and I click this plus sign, this is my featured content section. If you don't have your featured content section up, all you have to do is click add profile section. It is under recommended, and you'll see right here, add featured. When you click on that, it's going to give you a couple different options of what you can add. You can add a recent post. You can add your newsletter. You can add an article, a link, or a media. So I added my newsletter, which is right here. And you can see published weekly, 7,800 subscribers. So when you optimize your LinkedIn profile, so you're appearing in more searches. Basically, that's going to give visibility to everything that you're doing. So when someone visits my profile and they're scrolling through, right? So, 1,168 profile views, in the last, few weeks. That's going to give visibility to my newsletter where people, if they're interested, they'll just click the subscribe button. So that is creating a LinkedIn newsletter will absolutely gain you more followers because now they're following your profile, but now they're also subscribing to your newsletter. So those are two ways of how that can be leveraged. So if that's clear and if that makes sense, just drop a Y or a yes in the comments below. Again, if you're coming on late, please do say hi and where you're tuning in from or hashtag live. Hashtag replay if you're watching this on the replay. Tag some people, share this video, like, love, support, react, and respond to this any which way you want. And please don't forget we are doing our first free simple content creation workshop of the year starting on the 26th of this month, the 26th to the 28th from 1 to 2 p.m. EST, live and recorded. Just type the word free at any point, and I will send you that link to sign up. And Lars says, yes. Awesome. Now, that's the first thing. The second thing that you can do to grow your following on LinkedIn is contribute poll questions to specific groups that you are in. So I have a two-part question, and Lars, I will gladly send that to you. So I have a two-part question. Question one, just type a Y or a yes or an N or a no if you are currently creating LinkedIn polls for market research. Y or yes, N or no, if you are or are not currently creating LinkedIn polls for market research on LinkedIn. So again, Y or yes, N or no, because the first step is obviously creating LinkedIn polls. That's the one thing that needs to be done that will allow you to get this market research. So the first question, so Lars says no. So again, first and foremost, start creating those LinkedIn polls, and I can show you where to find those. And Gene says, no, just haven't started yet. Good. Now, my second question is type a Y or a yes or an N or a no if you are in LinkedIn groups that correlate to your expertise, skill set, or profession. So Y or yes, N or no, if you are or are not in LinkedIn groups that correlate to what you do. And Gene says yes. Awesome. So this is two parts. So part one, are you creating polls? Part two, are you in specific groups that correlate to your core demographic? Awesome. And Lars says yes as well. Great. So first and foremost, I'm just going to share my screen one last time just to kind of show you a little bit of what I'm talking about. So when you actually start creating LinkedIn polls, which obviously is done right here by clicking start a post, clicking the three dots for more, and then clicking where it says create a poll, then you would ask your question, right? So a simple question could be, and again, this could be something related to your LinkedIn network. What do you feel you need to improve most on LinkedIn? I'm going to put updating my profile, creating engaging content. 3 could be closing more sales. Just closing more sales. Other, comment below. Okay. Then I'm going to click done. And I'm just going to put like just a little teaser here. What are your thoughts and feelings on this particular question regarding what you need to improve using LinkedIn. All right. So again, I'm using my 3 hashtags. Then I'm not going to post this right now. I'm actually going to schedule this for later. So I'm going to click right here to pre-schedule it. And this is going to go out on Saturday morning, so the 17th. And I'm going to schedule this for 8 a.m. next and schedule. Done. Now, putting this into a group also helps. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click start a post. And for those that don't know, there's 2 things you're going to do. Number 1, I'm going to go back and I'm going to create that poll. Let me just do this really quick. I just want to go in and I want to grab that question. Give me 1 second. All right, I'm just going to copy that. I'm going to go here, poll. Updating my profile, creating engaging content, closing more sales, other comment below. Now I'm going to click done. Now, first thing I'm going to do is instead of me posting it to my personal feed, which I've already done, I'm going to click the down arrow and then I'm going to select groups right here. So I'm going to click groups and this is going to bring up the groups that I'm in. And I'm going to pick the Network After Work Business Professional Networking group. So I'm going to select that group. I'm going to click save. I'm going to click done. And I'm going to write a question. What are your thoughts and feelings on this topic? LinkedIn. Networking. Okay. Then I'm going to click the clock again. I'm going to do this on the 17th as well at 8 a.m. And that's going right in that specific group. Next. And schedule. So if you guys are clear on that so far, please drop a Y or a yes in the chat. So first and foremost, I wanted to show you, A, how to create a LinkedIn poll, and 2, how to schedule that poll in a LinkedIn group that is specific to you, your profession, your ideal client, and your skill set. So Gene says yes. Awesome. Just making sure. Lars says yes as well. Wonderful. Now, let me just show you really quickly what can happen from that. So one of my current clients, Bob Prosen, he teaches sales for large sales organizations and corporate clients. He posted a poll in the Sales Tree Sales Community group 2 days ago. And he followed exactly what I said. What's the best way to improve your underperforming sales team? Where would you focus first? Here, are his hashtags. What would you do first? Replace low performers, change compensation, improve sales process, right? So again, just, voting. So right here, I don't know if you guys can see this, but he has 1,239 votes from this poll already. That is the most votes I have ever seen. I've seen hundreds of votes. That is a ridiculous number. Ridiculous number. In a good way. Because the fact is, what he can do, he can actually see who's voting and he can privately message them or connect with them. But what this does to grow your following, if someone is interested, all these people that voted, if someone's interested in learning more about Bob, guess what they're going to do? They're going to click on his profile. They're going to click on him. So these are 1,200 people that now could go visit his profile and start seeing what he does. That's why it's so impactful for you once a week to post a LinkedIn poll in a group that you're in that contains your core demographic. This is a prime example of how that could grow your following. So if that's clear and if that makes sense, just type the word clear in the chat. CLEAR. Just type that in the chat. Just want to make sure you guys are with me on this. So once a week, contribute poll questions to specific groups that are directly related to your core demographic, skill set, zone of genius, and people that you want to connect with. Because this not only, and Gene says clear, awesome. Not only does this get you great engagement, but this also will grow your following on LinkedIn because it puts you into that clear sphere of that person. Is there a best day and time to post polls? Lars says, yes, that is clear. To answer Gene's question, I typically like to get my poll questions out there before the workday begins. So I know that you're PST and sometimes MST. I know Arizona doesn't change your time zone, but for you, Gene, I would say if you can pre-schedule it to go out at say 6 a.m. your time, whether that be MST or PST, that will give you that early visibility, so it gets obviously viewership that specific day. But the polls do last for an entire week. But I just like getting my content out there first thing in the morning. I do a poll on the weekend. So typically my polls usually go out at about 7 or 7:30 a.m. Eastern. But during the weekends, it's either 8 or 8:30 just because, people do hop onto social media if they're going to a little bit later. So I would say sometime first thing in the morning before the workday would be the best time of day to do that. So again, in review so far, start a LinkedIn newsletter that will absolutely help you grow your following, contribute to poll questions to specific groups. And the third thing that you can do is collaborative LinkedIn articles. So drop a Y or a yes if you are currently contributing to LinkedIn collaborative articles. Now, what I'll tell you is this. First and foremost, just to kind of show you, on my profile, you'll see right here, top lead generation voice. So I have a couple. I'm a top community voice in lead gen, entrepreneurship, and social media. Now, I've gone over this before. The way that happens is you have to engage. So you can see right here, I've been selected to answer some questions in some collaborative articles. So you first have to engage in them. So let me just find one that I can contribute to. Let's see. All right. So small business, what are the best ways to build your online reputation as an author? So first and foremost, I've been selected by the community from two contributions. So again, I've been selected to do this. So no one has really responded to this yet. But if you don't have this start a contribution, you're first going to engage. You're going to go to the very bottom of this, right? And you're going to let LinkedIn know that it's great. And the more feedback that you give LinkedIn, the more that you can obviously then contribute. But you can see right here, I'm just going to go back really quickly. So there are 147,000 followers of this collaborative article series, which means I have the potential reach of almost 150,000 people. Let me just bring this up really quickly. I'm going to share that tab. So again, I'm going to click on this specific article. Let me go back. I'm going to click answer. And again, you're going to react to it. You're going to go to the bottom. You're going to let LinkedIn know it's a great article. And if you do that enough, you will then be able to contribute to these collaborative articles. So before we move forward, just want to make sure if that makes sense, just drop a Y or a yes in the chat. Just want to make sure you guys are completely understanding what I'm about to show you guys, because I'm going to show you what you can then do. So for me, what are the best ways to build your online reputation as an author? So again, I am an author. So again, what I can do is I believe in collecting and displaying reviews and testimonials. I believe in credibility. So something that I can do, and this just means you can just a short, simple, sweet response, right? So again, the question was, what are the best ways to build your online reputation as an author? Okay. So for me, I'm going to just say one of the best ways to show, let me just make sure I'm answering this, to show and build my online reputation as an author is making sure I have as much social proof as possible that shines a light on me as the expert in the space I am in. Let me just see. Grammarly's having me do some stuff. As a best-selling author on Amazon, I have learned that making sure you are asking your audience for reviews and ratings will help the online reputation that you are looking to build. The words of others need to speak to your credibility, expertise, and business wisdom in what you do and what you teach. Let me just make sure this is all good. What I typically do is when I am going to release a book, I run a contest that rewards those who leave honest reviews and ratings after purchasing the book. You always have to give in order to get. And then I'm just going to add. So again, now I contributed to this article. So the good thing is when I'm done doing that, and I usually contribute to a couple collaborative articles every single week. What that does is if people find that insightful, it basically bumps your contribution up to the top. And the other good thing is it gives you that visibility. So people will then click on your profile and then hit your follow button. So those are three simple things that we should be doing each and every week to grow our following. So 1, start a LinkedIn newsletter. 2, contribute poll questions to specific groups the way that I showed you. And also contribute to collaborative LinkedIn articles. All 3 of these things will give you that organic visibility that you're looking for, and it will take things to the next level. Again, one last time, anyone that wants to register for our free simple content creation workshop from February 26th to the 28th, just type the word free in the comments below, as Lars has done a little bit earlier. And I'll just put that up there just to show you what you should be doing. And then I will send you, obviously, that link so you can register for our free event. It's from 1 to 2 p.m. EST, live and recorded. We're going to teach you our simple framework and what we do, obviously, to grow our businesses by creating content consistently on social media, including LinkedIn. So again, final thing, leave in the comments below what your biggest takeaway was from today's training. I hope you found it helpful. Love and gratitude, and I'll talk to you next time.